Well, hello and welcome back. Thanks for coming back. Look at this, gridlock in downtown Coral Bay. Shall we get round him? Yeah, I think we will. We'll stick to the speed limits, obviously. He's turning off anyway. Look at that, on the right-hand side, Second Cup coffee shop. And I think I do need my second cup because this one is almost empty. I like a hot latte, for those of you who don't know. Coral Bay Strip is coming up, and we're gonna take a right at the end of it along the main coastal road and head to downtown Paphos. So if you're looking for the route from Coral Bay to Paphos, this could be that video that's been coming especially for you. And of course, if you want to know the route from Paphos to Coral Bay, well, just put it on rewind and have a tickle or a laugh or two. Coral Bay Strip, not that busy at this time of morning. What time is it? 10 o'clock. And of course we are off season, shall we say. But most of the bars, most of the restaurants and shops are open. So that's a good thing if you're about to get on a big bird or perhaps a canoe or a bicycle and start pedaling like crazy. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for joining me. We're off to Paphos from Coral Bay. It's going to take us around about 15 minutes if you're curious in time, and it's approximately 11 kilometers. How do I know that? Because the sign in front of us is telling us. So sit back and relax, kick off your flip-flops, pour yourself a nice cup of coffee or perhaps a nice cup of English tea. What do you fancy? Yorkshire tea? I got a feeling that our girl in Yorkshire, known as Lady Edith, probably does. Or perhaps if you're in downtown Hartlepool and your name is Dame Anne, unfortunately she's had to return to the UK because, well, you've got to go away to come back, haven't you? I got a feeling that she could be on the Earl Grey because, of course, she is a dame, isn't she? Massive shout out to two superstars, two legends on the channel who are in downtown Shropshire. If your name's Lady Ness, and of course the man of your dreams, Lord of the Andy, a very, very Calimera to you. And a massive thank you for surprising me at Paphos Airport when you tickled in behind Dame Anne to come to the grand opening of the Marika Lounge Bar last Saturday. Massive, massive surprise. I don't think I've recovered from the shock yet, but we do thank you from the bottom of our two hearts for your friendship, your help, and of course, your financial funding for the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And if you want to watch some people monkeying around in a Black Beast, and now and again going off to Belgium, they go to Paphos obviously, and going on cruises as well, why not go and hunt them down on their channel, and that is Ness and Andy's Travels. Pop it into the YouTube search box and you never know, you might have a laugh or two. And many, many people are doing it, and of course falling in love with the chuckle of Lady Ness and the humour of Lord Andy. Andy and Ness's Travels. Go and check them out on YouTube. Now, on the right-hand side, as we can see, it's a little bit chopsy-mopsy. The waves are crashing on the shoreline of downtown Paphos, and the car might get a wash because there's a little bit of spray coming on to the road. In this area here is where they're planning to build the Marina. Casonica, Clorica, and of course Coral Bay all blend into one. So don't worry if you're in Coral Bay, it's not going to be far. But they have been planning to build it for the last 20 years, and every year they say they are going to start. So let's hope that this year, 25, could be that magic year, and they do lay that first brick and foundation for the Marina, because it'll be a work of art, I'm sure, and of course it'll bring more and more people to this area of Paphos. What's coming up on the right-hand side? Well, the CU Beach Bar. But the current owners have apparently lost the license to run it. Now, of course, that doesn't mean that it's going to close. Well, fingers crossed, it's not going to close. Hopefully, someone else is going to take it and reboot it and reopen. Although it doesn't look very promising because the diggers are in. Let's just take a right here into the car park. Well, it's not the car park, it's the beach car park, shall we say. And then you can get a view of what I'm seeing. And the diggers are in, and it was quite a nice place, as many people know, so one assumes that it's not coming back anytime soon. because one would have thought you'd have just given it a quick polish and a quick lick of paint, because they had spent quite a lot of money. But there you go, CU Beach Bar. Seen better days, that's for sure. Sad, isn't it? Because that was a very, very popular place with an awful lot of people that either lived in Paphos or Cyprus. People have come a long way to come to this place. And a lot of people, like our Sir Daniel of the Mahoney, and the lady who's always, always right, the Lady Sherry. He brought her here on their first trip to Paphos together, and they fell in love with the place. But unfortunately, it's gone. But never mind, there's now a new place in town, and of course that is the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. So perhaps they'll pop in there soon and have a spectacality of a day indeed. Oh well, CU Beach Bar is with us no more. It's a shame, because like I say, it had a special place in many, many people's hearts. But who knows, maybe they're going to rebuild it, and then hopefully people can make some memories. We were sitting at the Marika Lounge Bar last night. There was a big group of people there, and hugely I want to say a big thank you to all the people that come to see us. We didn't expect to have so many people come to us. Remember, we're a brand new bar. It's way, way early in the season. We're on Bar Street, which, you know, is a little bit off the beaten track for this time of year. But thank you very, very much for all of the people that have come to see us. And our predictions we have achieved. So I'm very, very happy indeed. I mean, I went in last night, and this is the truth now. And I said to Marika and I said to Ella, I got a feeling tonight we may only do 10 euros. And whether you believe me or not, we took over 400 euros, which is a lot of money at this time of year in downtown Cape of Paphos. So thank you very, very much to all of the guys that came to see us. And it was a huge mix of people, from people who watch us on the YouTube channel, people who are watching us but are our friends from, should we say, times gone by. And we actually had quite a few local Cypriots who came in as well, and were more than happy to pay their bills. And they all said, wow, we're going to come back and see you. And we actually had the son of the man who runs the Bubbles karaoke bar just over the road. He came in with his girlfriend, and my friend Christoludis, who runs the Dracumal, I think that's how you say it, Dracumal takeaway on the little roundabout area on Bar Street. And he came in with his girlfriend as well and paid quite happily. I gave him a slight discount because he's always been very, very kind to me when I go to his takeaway, and I go there quite often. And their pizzas, I think, are the best pizzas in the world. And many, many people agree with me, like Lord Lee, our mountain man, and Lady Vicky, and of course, Baron von Cigar, and his girl, the greatest accountant in the world. Or as she said, could be the greatest accountant in the world, Lady Victoria. And they came in as well. Big shout out to Nigel, I do apologise. I'm thinking about the Nutcrackers. That's an in-joke, by the way. And of course, Lady Miriam, who came in, and lots of people came to see us, and we do thank you very, very much indeed. And if you are in Paphos, why not come and see us on the most famous street in the world? That's Bar Street, at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. If you're in the Anemi Hotel, if you're in the Dionysus Central Hotel, we're literally out of your back doors, so come and see us. You're going to get a great time. If there's something you want, information, you don't have to buy a drink. Perhaps you're looking for that out-of-hours pharmacy. Perhaps you want some advice on a hire car or something like that. You come and see us, you can have a chat, perhaps buy a bottle of water, or perhaps buy something a bit stronger. Entirely up to you. We'd like to see you at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Now, can I ask you a favour? Hopefully you like what you see, and hopefully you keep on coming back for that little bit more of my lunacy. If you do, please consider to hit the like. It doesn't cost you a single penny. Please subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you a single penny. YouTube just wants to know if you like it. There'll never be a fee charged by them. It's totally free of charge. Not like Netflix or Amazon Prime. Never will be a penny extracted from you. But if you would like to keep the channel afloat, and if you would like to gift us a couple of bob or two, what you can do is hunt us down on the virtual platform known as Buy Me a Coffee. If you Google these magic words. Buy me a coffee, Marika and me, or Marika and me buy me a coffee, doesn't make much difference. Up will come our landing page, and you can choose to read that little bit more about us, and of course a comment or two. And the comments always tickle us, don't they? Whether they're good or whether they're bad, it always brings a smile to our faces. And then hopefully you will gift us a virtual coffee or two. I'd like to say a massive, massive thank you to Sir of the Kenny, and of course Sir of the Roberts, yeah, Paul Roberts and his wife, yeah. Nicole, thank you very, very much for your recent coffee on the Buy Me Coffee platform. Absolute superstars who've been with us for a long, long time indeed. And one of these days, I got a feeling they're going to get on a big bird or a canoe or perhaps a bicycle and start pedaling like crazy to the Marika Lounge Bar on Bar Street in downtown Paphos. And my little mate Kenny, we're going to have a race up and down Bar Street. Why not? And perhaps a chocolate ice cream or two. I'd like to say a big, big shout out to one or two of the other superstars who keep on coming back to the little channel known as Marika and Me now and again. If your name is Sir Richard, he's got his own blonde beauty, Lady Julie of the Nash. And of course, my little mate who's not that little anymore. No, Viscount Leo. Big, big shout out and a big, big Calimera to you. And we'll look forward to seeing you when you come back to the Island of Love. And I got a feeling you'll pop in to the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. Sir Richard will sup on a pint, and of course, Lady Julie has already noticed that pink gin in the background, and there'll be a tot or two for her. And you never know, if we have a word with Lady Julie off the Nash, she may allow my mate, who's not that little anymore, to have half a pint of shandy, perhaps. Lady Andrea, what is going on? Those lights were on green and now they're on red. And I can't go through them because these are traffic enforcement cameras. So if I did, I would have got a ticket. So there's little cameras taking pictures of us to make sure that we stop, which we should. But of course, if you boot it that little bit, because you think they're about to change, those cameras are going to take pictures of you for speeding. I wonder, is it to do with road safety or is it to do with money? Anyway, Lord Andy, the rant is over. This is the St. George Crossroads. If you take a left, you venture up into Clorica Old Town. This is downtown Clorica, and if you take a right, you literally go into the St. George Hotel foyer. Now, there are a couple of people who like to come to Paphos and they like to stay in that hotel. Now, hopefully, she's about to light up like a Christmas tree because she has already got the man of her dreams. He likes to go surfboarding. He's known as our surf boy kid. That must mean he's our Sir Jim. And if that's the case, he's got a beauty and a smile and eyes to die for. Our Lady Paula Marie. A massive, massive Calimera to you. And we'll look forward to seeing you in April when you get on that big bird and jet into downtown Paphos. And hopefully he'll bring me one of his hand-rolled cigars. Ooh, that's going to be nice. I tell you what, I've got a little boy cigar now, so I think I'm going to light it up while you feast your eyes and digest upon the beauty of the road and the journey from Coral Bay to downtown Paphos. Now, if you take a right there, you will head down towards the Clorica beachfront. Not the greatest beach in the world, but there is something special about it. It's got a lovely rock formation and a little cove where you can dibble and dabble your tootsies on those spectacular days and look out towards the shipwreck. There was a ship that crashed on the shoreline in around about 1985, and the crew loved it so much in Cyprus that they stayed here for the rest of their lives. Coming up now is a great hotel, 5-star luxury resort, which again sits on the cusp of the blue Mediterranean Sea. It's called the King Eliathan Hotel, or as I call it, the King Elephant Hotel, because my pronunciation of various words is a bit confused. And the reason for that is because I'm Welsh. So, you know, you've got to forgive me quite a bit, haven't you? Especially if you are the girl who likes a little bit of brightness, our Lady Whitney, and of course the man of her dreams, Lord of the Jace. Thank you very, very much for coming to see us at the grand opening. It was an absolute pleasure to host you, and thank you for coming every single night. Unfortunately, today is a sad day because you are returning to downtown South Wales, but we know that you'll be looking on that internet and checking out the great offers and coming back to downtown Paphos very, very soon indeed. I'd like to say a big thank you to Sir Paul of the Jones, all the way from downtown in Shropshire. He's joined us every night. I love sitting and chatting with him. He's a very, very interesting man, and I consider him to be my great, great friend. He's going to come back in November, if not sooner, and November cannot come soon enough. And hopefully he'll have his Marika and me t-shirt on again. It really, really tickled me. Thank you very, very much, Sir Paul of the Jones. We wish you safe travels back to Shropshire. Stay in touch via the comments, via Messenger, and of course Facebook. And November will be with us before you know it. Thank you very, very much indeed. Tomb of the Kings, that's where we are. Very, very popular place for people to come on a holiday. Lots of things going on the Tomb of the Kings. Lots of bars, lots of restaurants. Most of them are very, very good indeed. But I'll tell you what, one that really is at the top of its game, it's run by a friend of mine who did us the great honour to come and see us at our grand opening, and he brought his beauty with him. That's Lady Nina, and of course he is known as Sir Tony of the H, great singer, and of course they've got a bar called the Manara Bar, and it literally is one of the busiest bars in Paphos. If you want live entertainment, sports events, and of course great hospitality, you go and see them at the Manara Bar, and I'm pretty sure if you mention the words Marika and me, you never know, he might give you a chip or two. And one of these days I'm going to pop in there on Sunday because he has the special carvery, the Tony carvery, and rumour has it that it really is absolutely fantastic at a great price. So one of these Sundays I'm going to phone my mates up, that's Sir of the Tony, pop in and sample it and pay, because that's the way it works, doesn't it? If you go and see friends, if you are their friend, you make sure that you pay your bill. Maybe they'll give you a discount, but you shouldn't expect a discount. Business is business, and if you want them to be there next time to make sure that they can give you great hospitality, entertainment, it's always best to pay the bill. That doesn't mean you shouldn't accept a drink or two now and again, but make sure that you pay your bill, and of course make sure that you leave a tip or two, because often those tips can keep those staff motivated and smiling, especially for you. Tomb of the Kings, like I say, a little bit chopsy mopsy today, but a lot of people walking around in shorts and t-shirts, a lot of people understanding that they are in downtown paradise, and there are two other people, unfortunately, that had to return to downtown Lancaster. Who am I talking about? Well, they've had a fabulous couple of months because they went on an adventure of a lifetime. They went all the way out to Thailand, and the pictures and the little videos they sent me, I tell you what, Thailand looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? But they did us the great honour of flying more than 6,000 miles. Yes, you heard me correctly, more than 6,000 miles. They went on a bus ride which wiggled and waggled from Phuket to Bangkok. They got an aeroplane in Bangkok and flew to downtown Dubai. They hung around in the airport for 2 or 3 hours, and then they got on a plane to Larnaca, hung around in an airport for an hour or two, then got on a plane to Paphos. And unbelievably, I met them at the airport. But I wasn't going there to collect them because I wasn't sure when they were arriving. I was going to collect Princess Tracy. Thank you, Princess Tracy, for coming to see us at the grand opening. But as I walked into the arrivals, coming out of the departures, I heard a, "Oi, what are you doing here?" And there they were, Baron John and Baroness Louise, who likes a little bit of cheese and the odd glass of wine. So of course we transported them back to downtown Tomb of the Kings. And we do thank you very, very much for putting all of that effort into coming to see us. It means a lot. True, true friends for life. We wish you a fabulous time in the UK with preparations for the baby Barnhawk's wedding, of course to the man of her dreams, Harry of the Keeper. And hopefully you like that picture that I sent, because they showed me a picture of Harry and his father and his brother, the ushers, in their suits. And they were blue suits, of course, but there was like a little bit of an orange, or should we say check tweed. And unbelievably, I had bought almost the same jacket for the grand opening of the Marika Lounge bar, but I didn't have time to go and change into it. So I went home that night, took a picture of it and sent it to John. And John said, on a photograph, it looks as though you are the standby usher. So yes, if one of the ushers drops out for whatever reason, I'll get on a big bird and jet into downtown Lancaster and of course be one of the ushers for our great friends Baron John and Baroness Louise, and of course their princess known as the baby Barnhawk, and of course the man of her dreams, Harry the Keeper. Friends for life. Well, you haven't got to put up with me for much longer. This is the King's Avenue Mall on the left hand side, so that is the King's Avenue Mall roundabout. We're taking a right and we're heading down to the harbour area, and you're going to get a fabulous, fabulous view of the blue, 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 blue Mediterranean Sea. Please don't forget to hit the like. Please don't forget to smash that subscribe. Please don't forget to keep on coming back to the little channel known as Marika and Me. If there's somewhere that you'd like me to go, please drop it in the comments, and you never know, that little video may be coming especially for you. Please don't forget to gift us a coffee on the Buy Me a Coffee platform, and please don't forget to consider to join us as a superstar member. If your name is Duke Phil, Duchess Sharon in downtown Cornwall, we thank you very, very much indeed. If your name is Sir Peter of the Driscoll, we thank you very, very much indeed for helping to keep the little channel afloat. It means a lot. And hopefully when you come back to Cyprus, you will pop in and see us at the Marika and Me Lounge Bar. And talking about the lounge bar, if you would like to get your name on the Wall of Fame, on the Hollywood staircase, there's a lot of people done it, and the bricks have started to be signed. They're going to be all stickered up and going up very, very soon indeed. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Sir Mick and his girl, Lady of the Jane, for that little bank transfer. I'd like to say a huge thank you to Lady Leanne in downtown South Wales. She truly is a blonde beauty and a smile to die for. I remember the first time that this lady came up to us in the harbour area. I tell you what, smile, it blows you away, and her personality and the whole family, lovely, fabulous, fabulous people, all the way from downtown South Wales. We thank you from the bottom of our two hearts. And of course, if you would like to buy a brick on the Wall of Fame, on the Hollywood staircase, it's only going to cost you £50. The easiest way to do it is via PayPal. Go and pop in these magic words in the PayPal search box, Paul G, Cyprus, up will come my face, and of course Marika's face, as we say a huge, huge thank you for your gift of £50, and of course your name will appear on the Wall of Fame, which will be the photo opportunity of a lifetime. If you don't have PayPal, well, go through to our About page on YouTube or message me on Messenger, and of course we can send you our bank transfer details. And we do thank each and every one of you who has gone to that little bit of extra trouble to make sure that there's that little bit of funding, to make sure that the Marika Marine Lounge Bar can continue to operate. And it's not too late, as many people have asked. Many people were in right at the start. There's no hierarchy in the little world of Marika and Me. Some people are called barons, some people are called sirs, some people are called a couple of pains, like my mates, Baron Jeremy and Baron Simon. But everyone is equal, and we thank you very, very much indeed. And if you want to get involved and keep us funded, please go and hunt us down, and of course, buy a brick or two. Thank you very, very much indeed. Downtown Paphos on a slightly chopsy-mopsy day, but the temperature's not too bad. 21 degrees now. I got a feeling the sun's going to be shining, and there's a lot of people having a fabulous, fabulous time indeed. Rear streets of the promenade. I'm going to say thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed my company. I'm going to light up my little boy cigar and say those magic words, and then I'm going to go and have a coffee with my friend who is known as Baron Von Cigar. That is Baron Martin, and of course his girl, who's probably the greatest accountant in the world. One last thing to say, there's no doubt about it, life is good on the island of love. And as the sign says, I love Paphos. Thanks for watching. If you are curious to know where we are, this is Bar Street, by the way. A little bit quieter this time of day, but it gets busier as the season progresses, by the way. Lots of people like to walk along the street in the mornings and the afternoons as they go on their adventures. And like I say, from next week, the Marika Lounge Bar, which is coming up on the left-hand side, will be open from 12 noon. Want to pop in for a coffee, cup of tea, or a chat? Why not come and see us? There it is in all of its glory. Still a bit more work to do, don't get me wrong, but everyone has popped in and said, wow, you've done amazing, and they never believed that we could be open on time. We've done an awful lot of work. All that's missing now is you. Thanks for watching.